my podcast. Woo, yay. So I wasn't really planning on making a podcast. Like, it wasn't something that I thought like I needed to do or anything like that. But sometimes whenever you feel the call, whenever you feel the urge within you to do something, just do it. Just do it. So I am here to tell you that it is called Sanctuary of the soul. Sanctuary of the soul. And the reason why I call my podcast this is because me changing my last name legally to Haven was my way of kind of like taking control of my life again, taking the power back and rewriting my story. And I talk about this a little bit in my podcast, like introduction. It's called Welcome, like the little title of it, I called it Welcome, if you want to listen to that a little bit. But my whole mission in life is to create a sanctuary, a safe space, and a safe haven for people. And it all started out with me making that for myself. And that is kind of my purpose, I feel, is to be that safe space for people in whichever format that takes. I have tons of random hobbies and different things and different creative pursuits that I will fluctuate and, do this, do that. I might go really hard and, sew and be obsessed with that for a while, and then I might not do that for like months, and then I'll get into writing again, and then I'll get into this and this and this and that. But I am dedicated to my ASMR channel. That is something that I am so happy doing, and I will continue to do that. So it's not like I'm telling you guys, peace out, now I'm gonna be a podcast hoe. Like, no, I'm still here for you, because this is our sanctuary, this is our safe space here. But I did want to create another opportunity for you all to join me if you desire to. And it is going to be a normal spoken podcast. It won't be ASMR. It will not be ASMR. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to make my words more accessible to those people who aren't interested in ASMR. Maybe it creeps them out. Like, I have a ton of friends who, well, first of all, I don't have a ton of friends, but I have had people in my past tell me, like, oh my gosh, like, that whispering stuff, like, creeps me out. Like, it sounds like you're, like, in trouble, or, like, it's just scary. So it's triggering to some people, which I personally don't feel that way, and I'm assuming if you're here, you don't feel that way. But I wanted to make my wisdom, if you will, accessible to those people who don't want ASMR. So if I'm going to meet someone and tell them like what I do ASMR whispering videos, blah blah blah. But if you're not interested in that, I also have this podcast where I love talking about my life, and I share things, and I share my tips, and I share my insights with you all and all that. So I will leave it linked down below if you guys want to check it out and support me. Just, give it a listen. And I have one episode up right now. I have the welcome, like, introduction thing, and then I have the episode called, what did I call it? Ego Factory. Ego Factory. And I will also read you guys like the little description of the podcast. Let's see. So it says, a safe space for us to come together to get to know ourselves a little more. A magical place for us to take off our veil of ego, to reveal and discover our deepest, purest personal truth. I invite you. I invite you to join me on this quest, this journey, this destination, coming home to yourself. You. Share this moment with me as we dive deep into unfamiliar territory, to interact soul to another. So that is Sanctuary of the Soul. I'm very excited about it, and just like a little backstory, I guess, is I have had a YouTube channel in the past. I still have it, I just don't post on it currently, called Culture Evolution. And if you guys are new, you probably have never heard of me talk about this before, but if you're old, you might maybe know about it. But Culture Evolution is kind of like my personal philosophy. It's also my Instagram handle, Culture Evolution. But it's all about like culture. It's the people, it's the music, it's the arts, it's the society. It is the culmination of what we are as humans. It's our culture, and we're included in that. And then evolution is obviously growing, evolving, changing. It's a slow progression, but it's like steps in a forward direction of something new. So I thought Culture Evolution combined was a really cool title because it represents my philosophy too, that I'm always going to be a person who is going to want to do different things, get into different artistic pursuits, have different hobbies, do a bunch of different things, and I don't ever want to be like pigeonholed into one specific area of life. So I thought that Instagram handle and YouTube channel name could like fit no matter where I am in life. So that is like describing that part of things. Matt's ASMR Haven, and my last name being Haven, that also goes hand in hand with that, wanting to be a safe space and sanctuary for everybody, and no matter what format that takes. So I'm not abandoning that. Love that still. So it's kind of like these like miniature brands that I have, if you will. And then now Sanctuary of the Soul. So I have like 3 different things now that I have opportunities to create and like share my message with people, with the world. So I'm excited about it. And yeah, so that is that. And then one day I would love to write a book. I want to do that, I really do. So I thought the podcast would be a good opportunity for me to like start practicing like sharing my message in a more like honed in, kind of tweak specific way, if that makes sense. Like if you were to be an author and come up with like book chapters, I thought a podcast would be an interesting like version of that, where I can come up with like podcast titles. What am I going to talk about in this title? And I'm going to view them as like little short story formats. So that's that. And whenever I do share a book one day and I create the book, I'm going to still keep like my same values that I'm talking about in the podcast like woven into the book, but the book is going to be more of like an art piece that like deals with all of these different things that make me who I am, all the epiphanies, all the creative titles that I've come up with, like Ego Factory and like Security Blanket Illusion, and I'm trying to think of some other ones that I've come up with. Who Are You Soup, or Who Am I Soup. Like it sounds weird, you're like, what the hell is that? But like in the book it'll go into depth about that. So I thought the podcast, I could like introduce some of those ideas that I will one day include in the book. So it's just like a whole like creative journey for me essentially. So I just wanted to come on here and announce that to you all. So if you guys want to check it out, the podcast, I will link it down below for you all. And if you would give it a listen and come back here to this video and let me know what you guys think. And if you would like, oh, why am I making a fist? Let me know if you guys have any specific like life topics or like umbrella term things that you want me to get into, like ego, identity, just like different things like that, psychological things, like spirituality related things, the journey, all that. Let me know if you guys have anything interesting that you want me to talk about, or like jobs in society. Like just let me know. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys are excited about this, even though it's not ASMR. Sorry. Yeah, but I love you all so much. Thank you for watching and supporting me. You guys mean the world.